Hello students, I welcome you all to this video. I hope all of you go through my previous videos about these sets. Today we'll continue some more concepts of sets. Let's see the different types of sets. In that the first one is empty set. So what do you mean by empty? The name itself defines empty. There is nothing. So that means a set which does not contain any element. A set which does not contain any element is called an empty set. There are more names for that. That is, we also call that as the null set or void set. Sometimes they'll use the term empty set. In some other reference book, they'll use null set or void set, nothing but empty sets itself. And the notation for this, either we'll use this one, write this. This is one symbol, we call this as the phi, or write the flower bracket, open bracket and close bracket, nothing there in this. So sometimes people make mistake like this. What this indicates? Empty means empty, there is nothing. If I write one symbol here like this is not an empty. So either you should use this symbol or simply write a flower bracket. There should not be even a comma in that or full stop in that. Okay, simple. So this is the symbol for empty set. Let's see some examples. The collection of all girls in the boys' college. Is there any possible? Collection of all girls in the boys' college. So that's a name defined as a boys' college. Therefore, there should not be any girls. You can't find even a single girl student in that college. Therefore, that set, that collection is a empty collection. Okay. Then, collection of all real roots. Collection of all real roots of x square plus 1 equal to 0. All of you know how to solve this one. X square plus 1 equal to 0 means x square equal to minus 1. Is there any number whose square is minus 1? And all of you know that square of any negative number is a positive number. Therefore, there is no real number. There is one more set. We call that as the complex number. So, in this first year itself, we are going to study that concept, complex number. That is the different case. So, in that, you can find out the roots of the negative numbers also. But in a real number system, there is no provision to find the roots of a negative number. That means there is no element whose square is a negative number. Okay. So this is a empty set. So in that case we'll say that the given set is empty. We'll just write that A. If this is the set defined as a A here, we'll simply write A is either this symbol or open bracket and close bracket. Okay. Next, I'll take one more. Let A is equal to collection of all x such that 1 is strictly less than x is strictly less than 2. X is a natural number. X is a natural number. You have to write the elements between 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is not included, strictly less than, and in between them you have to find out the natural number. Is there any natural number between 1 and 2? No, there is no natural number. Therefore, this set is an empty set. Either use this symbol or you can write this is an empty set. You can write this statement. Okay. We'll take one more. B. collection of all x such that x square minus 2 is equal to 0 and x is a rational number. X is a rational number. That means you have to solve this equation. You will get the values. Since this is x square, you will get two values. If in these two values are rational numbers, so solution of this one and that should be a rational number, both the condition. So if you simplify this one, x square minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, x square equal to 2. This is a rational number. But I want the value of x. You know this. Plus or minus root 2. X is equal to plus or minus root 2. You know that root 2 is an irrational number, not a rational one. Isn't it? So I can't write any element. Therefore, B is also an empty set. Okay. We'll discuss one more. Simple example. Set of all x such that x square equal to 4 and x is an odd number. That is, you have to collect the elements whose square is 4 and that should be an odd number. You know that 2 square is 4 and also minus 2 square is plus 4. But minus 2 and plus 2 both are an even number, isn't it? Not an odd number. Therefore, there is no element to write here. We simply write this is an empty, or there is nothing to write within this bracket here. Okay. Collection of, I'll take one more, collection of all x such that x is an even prime number. Okay, even prime number greater than 2. Greater than 2. X is an even prime number greater than 2. All of you know that the even prime number, the only even prime number is 2 and all other prime numbers are odd here. Therefore, here you have to write the value of x that should be even prime number and greater than 2. That means you can't write 2. Therefore, what is the possibility here? Yes, this is an once again a empty set. There is nothing to write within this flower bracket. Okay, so this is about the empty set or null set or void set. Okay, that means the set which does not contain any element. Okay. The next form is finite and infinite set. Another type of set here. So the name itself defines finite, that is countable. Infinite is uncountable. Okay. So that means a set which is empty or consists of a definite number of elements is called a finite. That means a set which is an empty set is also a finite set. That is, we clearly say that there is nothing in the set. The number of elements in that set is 0. That is countable. Okay, and consists of a definite number of elements is also a finite set. Otherwise, that set is known as a infinite set. We can give many examples for infinite set. Set of natural numbers, set of integers, set of real numbers. These are all infinite set. Finite set means just write a tabular form. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is a finite set. Or you can represent in a set builder form. That is collection of all x such that x is a natural number and less than 10. X is a natural number and less than 10. So this is the finite set. Set of all natural number, set of all integers, set of all real numbers, set of all rationals. These are all infinite set. Okay. I have taken some examples. Let's check whether these sets are finite or infinite. The first example is collection of all x such that x is a natural number and product of these two factor equal to 0. That means you have to solve these two. X minus 1 into x minus 2 equal to 0 implies what are the possible values? Either x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to 1 and x equal to 2 are the two possible values for x. Only these two. Is there any other? No. Therefore, I'll write this as the set A. The set A has the elements 1, 2. That is solution. Collection of all x. X is nothing but solution of this factor here. Only these two. Therefore, this is a finite set. Countable. Second one. Set of all x such that x is a natural number and x square equal to 4. X is a natural number and x square equal to 4. First we solve this equation. X square equal to 4 means x is equal to plus or minus 2. Because 2 square is also 4 and minus 2 square is also 4. But minus 2 is not a natural number. Therefore, we can't write the value here. X should be natural number and satisfy this condition. Therefore, we have to write the element as only plus 2. Okay, if this condition is not there, instead of n, if this is z, then I can include 2 and minus 2. But here x belongs to natural number, so I can't use minus 2, only 2. Again, this is a finite. If the same example, if I give as check whether this is empty or not. First one is also is not an empty set. Second one is not an empty set. Let's check the third one. Set of all x such that x is a natural number and 2x minus 1 equal to 0. X a natural number and should satisfy this condition. So if you simplify this, 2x minus 1 equal to 0 or 2x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1 divided by 2. Is 1 by 2 is a natural number? No, 1 by 2 is not a natural number. So in that case, if I take this as C, the set C does not have any element. The set C does not have any element. So this is a finite set, isn't it? And also empty set. You can give an example. This one as the example for empty set also. Next one. Set of all x such that x is a natural number and x is odd. X is a natural number and x is odd. If I take this as the set T, you can write the elements here. Starting from 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Like this you can write many elements. Therefore, this is an infinite set. Okay. Instead of odd, if I write even, then the elements are 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. up to infinity. Okay, so this is about the finite and infinite set. Next one is equal set. Equal sets. What do you mean by equal sets? If you take two sets A and B, if those two are equal, then that is an equal. What do you mean by exactly equal here? They have exactly the same elements. Number should be same as well as elements also same. That is, if the set A has 1, 2, 3, then B should also have 1, 2, 3. The same number as well as same element. Okay, then we write that as A is equal to B. Otherwise, we'll write that as A is not equal to B here. Okay, I'll take one example. Let A is equal to 2, 4, 6 and B is equal to 4, 6, 8. So in these two sets, A has 3 elements, B also has 3 elements. So by this condition we can't say that this is set. Check. A has 2, 4, 6 and elements of B are 4, 6, 8. Is all the elements are equal in this set? No. Here 2 is there, but in the set B, instead of that 8 is there. Remaining 2, okay. I already told in set, order is not an important thing here. You can write in any way, but here the elements are different. Therefore, in this case, we'll write A is not equal to B. So, the number should be matched and also elements. Number of elements as well as the elements both should be matched. If I write the set like this, 2, 4, 6 and B has the element 4, 6, 2. In that case, I can write set A is equal to set B. Okay. Let's take one more example. Let A is a set defined as collection of all x such that x is strictly greater than 15 and x is strictly less than 5. So x is a number. You have to write the x value that should satisfy both the conditions. In a real number system, all of you know that 5 comes first, 15 comes after here, isn't it? That between some numbers are there. You have to write the element that is greater than 15, that is right of 15, and less than 5, that is to the left of 5. Is there any element common between these two conditions? No, there is no element. If I write, if the condition is like this, x is less than 15 and x is greater than 5, then I can say that the numbers between these two will be the common term. But here there is no common. Therefore, the given set A is an empty set. So, before defining whether the given sets are equal or not, first you have to write this in tabular form or roster form. Then only we can easily identify. Okay. B. Collection of all x such that x minus 5 equal to 0. That means if you solve this equation, you will get the value of x. This is easy. X minus 5 equal to 0 or x is equal to 5. So, the set B containing the element 5 here. Okay. C. Collection of all x such that x is an integral positive root of the equation x square minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. Okay. If you solve this equation x square minus 2x minus 15 equal to 0, either try to factorize this or use the formula minus b minus of minus 2 plus or minus square root of b square minus 2 whole square is 4. B square minus 4ac, 4 into a value is 1 and c value is minus 15 divided by 2a. Okay, this will be the x value. So we can write this as 2 plus or minus square root of minus 4 minus 15 plus 60. So, root 64 divided by 2. You know that square root of 64 is 8. So, plus or minus 8. 2 plus or minus 8 divided by 2. So what are the possible values for x? If I take this as the plus 8, 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. One number is this one. Then 2 minus 8 is minus 6. Okay, minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3. So these are the two values. So here C, in the set C, while writing these elements, first check once again. X is an integral positive root. Okay, x is an integral positive root. So here x equal to minus 3 is a negative number. So we can't write this element here. Therefore, the only possible is I have to write 5. If I write minus 3, C is wrong. Positive, they mentioned here. Okay, positive. You have to write only the positive root. If there is a negative root, you can't write that one. Okay. Yes, so this is the set C. Now check. Which sets are equal? Is A is equal to B? No. A is an empty set and B is not an empty set having element 5. So clearly I can say that A is not equal to B. Is B is equal to C? Yes. B has element 5. C also have element 5. Only one element. Therefore, I can write B is equal to C. Is A is equal to C? No. Again, A and C are not equal. A is an empty set. C is not an empty set. So clearly, I can write as A is not equal to C. Another type is singleton set. So what do you mean by singleton set? A set which contains only one element. A set which contains only one element, that is known as a singleton set. So that contains only one element. Okay, that is known as a singleton set. So in the previous example, B is a singleton set, C is known as a singleton set here. Or I can give one more example. Let A is defined as set of all x such that x belongs to set of all natural number and x square minus 4 equal to 0. Okay. So in that case, you know that x can take the value 2 and minus 2. But they mentioned x is a natural number. Minus 2 is not a natural number. So we can write the element as 2 itself. Only this element. Then A is known as a singleton set here. I hope for you this is clear. What do you mean by empty set? Finite and infinite set, equal sets, and about this singleton set. So in the next video we will discuss some more types and some other concepts of sets. Till then, take care. Bye bye students.